let's talk about the Grove. What it's like, things to do, and what you should know about the area if you're not super familiar and you're considering moving here. The Grove is a very fun, artsy, eclectic, fruity neighborhood right in the middle of St. Louis City. It is in a great location depending on where you work and where you enjoy going out for fun. Right to the north of you, you have the Central West End, and you've got Cortex, WashU's medical campus, and Forest Park, a quick walk away if you just take the pedestrian bridge to get over there. Very easy. And then to the south of the Grove, you have Botanical Heights, another fun neighborhood. You got the Botanical Gardens right there also. And you're very walkable or drivable to a bunch of other really fun neighborhoods in St. Louis if you live here. And hey, by the way, if you're new here, my name is Jacob. This is the Living St. Louis channel. Now, one thing I want to clarify, the Grove is really a mile-long strip along Manchester Ave, and this is the main commercial strip of the neighborhood. You got shops, bars, restaurants, boutiques. Everything to do is located along Manchester Ave for about 6 blocks, and you will see these big signs that say the Grove on either end. It used to be called the Manchester Strip. It is basically the center of all the happenings in this neighborhood, and it's right in the middle. If you want to get technical, the official name of this neighborhood is Forest Park Southeast, but most people who live either north or south of the Grove in this neighborhood will just say they live in the Grove. And if you're looking on Google Maps, searching for the Grove will not show you boundaries. You have to search for Forest Park Southeast if you want to see where the neighborhood cutoffs are. Now, the Grove is cool because it has seen a lot of growth over the last 20 years. It has really grown. There is a lot of development that's been happening and lots of money poured into this neighborhood. And by the way, if you are thinking about moving to the Grove or somewhere else in St. Louis, buying a house, buying a condo, maybe selling a house, if you'd like help, my team and I are a group of practicing realtors. We would love to work with you if you're thinking about moving. Holler at us, text, email, call, whatever works. No pressure, completely up to you. Now, the Grove is also kind of this unofficial gayborhood in St. Louis. And although St. Louis does not have an officially designated gayborhood, most people would probably argue the Grove is the closest thing there is. Very LGBTQ friendly. There's queer-owned businesses, there's gay bars like Just John, Prism, Rehab. All three are a great time, especially on weekends, and during Pride Month, it is poppin'. And then there's some other bars that aren't officially gay bars, but they will have LGBTQ events going on. And there's some annual events happening that aren't necessarily gay events, but they are a little bit fruity, you could say. So there's the Naked Bike Ride that happens late summer. There's Grove Fest that usually happens in October. And there is an absolute ton of different things you can do and different businesses located in the Grove. I mean, if you like live music, there's plenty of venues that offer that. Drag shows, there's donut shops, coffee shops, a brewery, little boutiques and stores on every corner. And there's some really, really great places for international food where you have local restaurants offering food from, really a bunch of areas of the world. It is really, really great. Now, like I said, the Grove is developing really, really fast, or I should say it has developed fast. There's a lot of new stuff that has been built. Some could argue it is a gentrified area. It used to be a lot rougher, a lot sketchier of an area. And now it is booming. There's new development everywhere. A lot of people have moved into this area, and it's really a night and day difference compared to where it used to be. And you'll notice this in a couple other neighborhoods of St. Louis where they might have had a rough past and people started remodeling and renovating the existing homes or building brand new homes and apartments from scratch. Throughout the Grove, you will see several brand new apartment buildings. There's the Gateway Lofts on Manchester, Chroma Apartments, Terra Apartments, and then you will also see a lot of very new single-family homes. Now, the Washington University Medical Center Redevelopment Corporation, that's a mouthful, is responsible for a lot of the development that's been built, not just in Forest Park Southeast, but in some other surrounding neighborhoods. And it is basically a partnership between WashU and BJC Healthcare to invest money in the development of local real estate and businesses. Now, along with the development has been a decent focus on affordability and mixed income housing. So two notable ones are Adams Grove, which is a complex of affordable townhomes and apartments. And another one is Union at the Grove, which is 6 different buildings for mixed income housing. Now, what I think is kind of cool about the Grove is that a lot of these new homes have a very contemporary style, which you don't see often in the city of St. Louis. So for example, in neighborhoods like Soulard and Lafayette Square, you see new homes being built, but they very closely match that historic brick style of the existing homes in the neighborhood. Whereas in the Grove, you have on one side, the homes you can easily tell they're these brick historical homes that have been there for a while. And then you have a pretty stark contrast against the luxury new builds that are in the neighborhood. And the Grove is a neighborhood that has definitely seen a lot of infill. And if you walk around, you will certainly still see some vacant lots or abandoned houses that have been boarded up. A decent number have been torn down and filled in with a newer development, but you will still see some of those abandoned lots and houses. Another great thing about living in the Grove is that if you work for WashU, the Grove qualifies for their Live Near Your Work program, which is basically a program for WashU and BJC employees who are eligible for a forgivable home loan if they move into certain neighborhoods. Now, you got to make sure that funds are still available, because if they've run out for the year, you'd have to wait until next year to apply. And I mean, outside of the Central West End, the Grove is probably one of the closest places you could live in order to access the medical center. And the Grove really attracts people of all walks of life. You will meet all sorts of people here, which is one of my favorite parts of this neighborhood. It is honestly a great neighborhood choice in St. Louis, but so are all the others. They are all very unique and charming in their own ways, and every neighborhood kind of has its own personality with different things that it can offer, depending on what you're looking for. And again, if you would like help moving to or from the area, holler at us. We would love to work with you. Outside of that, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.